Kids Helping Kids. How much money local high school students raise for children with life-threatening illnesses. And you'll be blown away by the story of a pageant winner who truly knows what it means to give back. Plus, winning runs in the family. Meet the Bottelbergs. And a flashback to 1972, a look back at the biggest tornado our area has ever seen and the wreckage it left behind. Those stories coming up on today's Snapshot. Welcome to the show. I'm Elena Buller. Every year, several schools in our area hold pageants for their seniors. They're held right here in Skyview High School. It's a chance for the students to celebrate their final weeks in school. But these competitions are also huge fundraisers for charity. Let's take a closer look in our snapshot. Columbia River and Hudsons Bay High Schools work with Doernbecher Children's Hospital as part of its Kids Making Miracles program. Over the years, the schools have raised more than $1 million combined to help sick children. At Skyview High School, they're raising money for MakeAWish.
The MakeAWish Foundation of Oregon grants wishes for children with life-threatening medical conditions to provide them with hope, strength, and joy, is what we say here. These wishes really, they provide not just for the child, but for the entire family. They give a break and an escape from daily hospital visits and the painful medications and just the day-to-day life of someone with extreme illness like this. It can really weigh on you, and for them to have that opportunity, whether it's having a play structure where they can go to every day and have that 10 minutes of happiness and it's always there for them, or whether it's going on a cruise for a week and they don't have to think about what they have for a minute. They can truly enjoy their experience. We've seen a lot of kids have actually come back and said, I just had the best week of my life, and now I can go back to these hospital visits and the things they have to deal with, but they have those memories to think about, and those take them to a happy place.
Joining me now are Riley Samander and Natasha Whipple, the two students who helped organize this year's pageant at Skyview High School. Hi, ladies.
Hi.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about your pageant. It's not really. It's a twist on a Miss America pageant, kind of.
It's definitely a mock beauty pageant. I'd say it's a lot funnier.
Yeah.
We have a lot of guys, and they dance around in tutus, and we actually raise money for the MakeAWish Foundation.
And that's a big deal. That's kind of the main gig of the whole thing. That's the main reason for it.
It's all about raising money for the MakeAWish Foundation. But they get to have fun and dance around and have their talents, beachwear, there's formal gear, and it's just a lot of fun.
So you do. You have a dance segment. You have a formal wear segment. Do you have a beach? You have a beach.
Yeah, we have a beach
the
wear.
Bathing suit. That's the
yes,
bathing suit.
they come out with their little child escorts and they dance around on the stage. And then for the formal wear, they come around with their parents and they get to say thank you for everything that they've done for them for high school and their life. So
why did you get involved with this? Let's start with you.
Well, MakeAWish is a big part of my life, I guess. My mom's friend, she had a daughter that passed away at 6 from a brain tumor, and she wasn't able to get a wish when I really wish she did, because, it would have helped her life a lot.
But you did have a friend who got
Yes, I did. Actually, Mr. Skyview this year, he won. He got MakeAWish 2 years ago, I think, and I guess I just watched how it affected him a lot, and MakeAWish has been a big part of my life, so I'm really glad I could help.
And Natasha, you kind of watched your sister. You learned from her the importance of MakeAWish and actually getting involved with this pageant. How has that affected your life, and why did you decide to get involved?
Well, I've been helping since I've been 7th grade, so it's always just kind of been like, oh, I want to help, and all that stuff, so I've always just wanted to, I guess, It's always fun to do it.
So this is your first year coordinating it?
Yeah.
And this is your third year?
Third year coordinating.
Okay, cool. Now, I think each year it kind of gets more and more, the school gets more and more involved and the community gets more and more involved. What does it mean to the school as a whole to have this pageant?
Well, I think our main goal this year was trying to get Mr. Skyview or Mr. Miss Skyview out there in our school because, everyone thinks Mr. CR is out there, Mr. Hudsons Bay, but we really just wanted to make it Mr. Skyview, Mr. Miss Skyview. It raises money for the MakeAWish, not Doernbecher. It's just, it goes to the
You want to get your pageant out there.
yes. And I guess it really means a lot to Skyview. I hope it does because, I mean, it's such a great cause. And I think this year we got,
I think we put it on the map this year.
Yeah, well, I think you did, right? How much did you raise this year?
$60,000.
Is that the
that
most?
grants 12 wishes. Each wish is $5 or $5,000.
Wow, $60,000. That's
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah, we doubled last year's total.
Yeah, doubled
Great.
it.
And what about the community? I mean, that's a huge gift from the community
Yeah,
too.
I'd like to say thank you to everyone who's donated, and especially the community. I mean, they've donated so much, and we just couldn't have done it without them, and they just means a lot.
All right. Well, thank you guys for being
Thank
here
you.
and telling
Thank
us
you.
about it. It sounds like a really, really great
Thank you.
event. Great. The winners of the Mr. and Mrs. Skyview crowns are pictured here, Emily Carpenter and Matt Posguy. They raised the most money of any students for Make-A-Wish, and I'm joined now by half of that duo. Matt, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. This is kind of a unique story here.
Yeah.
Not only did you win, but you really have a special connection to Make-A-Wish. Can you you were the recipient of a wish at
2
one
years
point.
ago, my sophomore year, I received my own Make-A-Wish, which motivated me more to want to do this pageant because I want to be able to give back to the organization.
Of course. What did you wish for?
A man cave.
A man cave.
Yeah.
What does that entail? I'm not really sure.
So Neil Kelly Construction, I actually have a friend in Neil Kelly Construction. They actually donated a lot of the construction. So this wall actually is in like the middle of my garage. This used to be my garage door.
Oh, so they converted your garage
Yeah.
completely.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So they came
okay.
in,
It
walled
wasn't
off.
just a room you already had.
Yeah, they like walled off most of my garage and took out the garage door and walled that off.
Wow.
So made like a complete separate room and then
I
filled
mean,
it with.
and you've got it all. I mean,
Yeah. I have two flat screen TVs, a soda bar. I have to say soda bar.
of course, I
Yes.
would hope so.
I have to say soda bar. I always say bar. My mom's like soda bar.
Yes.
But Buffalo Wild Wings donated a neon sign, which is pretty cool. It,
Cool.
like full like surround sound, pinball machine. It's pretty sweet.
How much money did you raise? You mean you won the contest. How much
Yeah.
did you raise by yourself?
Well, technically, it's like the night of the pageant. I was at $8,900.
Oh, wow.
So that's what I say how much I raised. But actually, the day of the pageant, we forgot to check the mail, and there were actually more checks in the mail.
That's great.
So I broke $9,000.
Wow.
But yeah.
I mean, how did you do that? That is a lot of money to raise. And I know you guys have a few months to do it, but still.
Yeah. So through the CF Foundation, because I have cystic fibrosis, I used a lot of my mom's connections and stuff. She always
that's
does
great.
a letter writing campaign, which is mostly to friends and family and stuff, but also to some businesses. I sent out a letter writing campaign. I did some profit shares with some local businesses. A lot of that kind of stuff. There's a couple like bigger fundraisers, like I partnered with Joe's Crab Shack. That was
That's great.
That was
I mean,
one of the
how did you
bigger-
even know to do that? Is it because of the Make-A-Wish Foundation you knew to do those things, or the cystic fibrosis?
Well, actually, I just pretty much asked around to different businesses if they'd be interested in helping me out.
And they were,
Yeah.
apparently.
I
Wow.
was very generous.
What did this experience mean to you? I mean, it's got to be huge.
It was really big because of my CF, I was out pretty much almost all my high school career. My freshman year, I only went 28 days, and sophomore year, I went for like the last trimester, and like I hadn't really had the typical high school experience. I still haven't gone to any dances or anything like that, and doing Mr. Skyview was like made me feel like more normal, I guess.
Yeah, and
It
more
was really-
involved in
yeah,
school.
more involved. Yeah, it's really fun.
Great. I mean, so how did you handle the rigorous schedule? I mean, you guys had to do a lot of dancing and a lot of practice.
It wasn't for me. It wasn't as hard as you think it would be because it was really fun. Like I had a blast doing it. Like I actually like have been talking with people from Mr. and Miss. I'm like, do you miss it as much as I do? Like I don't know what to do with my life. Like
You're like, what do I do now?
yeah, like I just had like a fundraiser for the CF Foundation with Brucci's, and it was yesterday, and like Tuesdays and Thursdays were dance practice. So I'm just like I'm supposed to be in dance practice right now.
Right.
Yeah, I was just like I miss it.
Oh, that's great, though. And
Yeah.
congratulations, and
Thank you.
thanks for talking with us about it. And good luck in
Thank
the
you.
future.
Thanks for
You're
having me.
welcome. All right. We spoke to Make-A-Wish earlier this week. Here's what they had to say about Matt and the Skyview pageant.
It's so cool that Matt won Mr. Skyview and was even a part of it because it gave him a chance to be able to give back to other children who are in a similar situation like his. And it's also a great way to motivate the rest of the students that were competing because they see Matt and they know him, he's their friend, and they can say, we want to help other teenagers exactly like you. Fundraisers like Skyview's it means the world to us. I think it touches us in a different way because it's kids helping other kids. And you know, the children we serve they're not only little kids, they're also teenagers, the same age as these children that are fundraising. They're so amazing. Each contestant, you can tell, truly cares about what they're doing. And it's all fun for them, but they also are so heartfelt about it, and they truly believe in the Make-A-Wish mission. And it's so amazing to see these young students be able to accomplish so much, especially in high school when you have sports and tests and classes and prom and all those fun things. It's so great for them to be able to graduate feeling like they have really done something to change another person's life.
As I mentioned earlier, Hudson's Bay and Columbia River high schools also hold pageants to raise money. Between the two separate schools, they raised over $160,000 this year. Now their charity is Doernbecher Children's Hospital.
Doernbecher is a full-service, family-centered children's hospital here in Portland, Oregon. And we serve the greater area and Southwest Washington as well as beyond. And we are the pediatric component of Oregon Health and Science University. Doernbecher is a very collaborative children's hospital. We have doctors and staff who travel the state in Southwest Washington to local community hospitals and clinics to offer care to kids in their own communities. And we feel this is important because oftentimes it's really hard for kids to travel to Portland for regular care. Our affiliation with OHSU, which is a teaching and research hospital, allows us to not only give routine care to children, but also very specialized care for those kids who really need it.
I'm joined now by students from Bay and River. Guys, why don't you introduce yourselves?
My name's Karina Asma-Savangsai, and I'm from Hudson's Bay.
My name is Jacob Bushlack, and I'm from Hudson's Bay.
I'm Giselle Kirai, and I'm from River.
I'm Emily Scott, and I'm from River.
I'm Justin Gwynn, and I'm from River.
Okay, I'm going to start with the organizers. Why did you choose to get involved in this event?
I chose to be involved with Mr. Hudson's Bay to help out Doernbecher because I have family ties with Doernbecher who they helped save a family member's life of mine, so I wanted to be able to help give back to them.
So you're a senior, you had personal reasons. Also, was it something you wanted to do?
Yeah, just being involved and being a part of something bigger than myself and helping creating a bigger name for my school was also another reason why I got involved.
Great.
I got involved by, I didn't really know what else I wanted to do with my senior year, and it's such a great cause, and I don't think that there's really anything else that I would want to spend my time doing.
Organizing this event. So neither of you, did you want to be a participant ever?
No.
Yeah, I'm more on the organizing side.
Okay, so that was kind of more of your forte, was organizing, and it was just as fulfilling, right? Okay. How long did you, these things take quite a while to put together. When did you start working on it?
Well, I became a junior coordinator my junior year, and then I've pretty much been working along with some other coordinators since junior year, and then this senior year we started at the beginning of the year and then let the boys know in November.
And then
the pageant was in March. So
okay, so from October till March. And then how did your school
I was also involved in being the junior coordinator my junior year, and we started the second day of school this year, and so in September, and we went till March.
And what kind of things did you guys do?
We had a lot of dance practices and a lot of group fundraisers.
And you organize all of those things? Okay, now for the participants, you guys had to work really hard too. Once you find out you're going to be in the show, you start your work, right?
Yeah, what we do was way more physical. They do all the thinking, and we run around and dance. And
it's like Dancing with the Stars. Yeah. You guys are all
as far as preparing for the performance, that's what we have to do, but there's also a lot more.
Like what?
Well, the fundraising, obviously, is huge. Everyone did something different. We did writing letters to family members, sold all kinds of food products, anything. There's all kinds of stuff we did.
So for fundraising, did you kind of think of everything yourself, or were there people helping you to figure out what you're supposed to do or how to go about fundraising?
My mom and the rest of my family members, they were all there to help, and I also got to work with a partner, and so he and I combined ideas together, and then his family also contributed, and sometimes he would work with other teams, so it was a big combined effort.
Okay, And how was the physical aspect of it was kind of strenuous. How did it work for you?
Well, it was a lot of hard work, of course, and the dance practices were a lot of physical activity, but we all had a good time doing it. I mean,
How did you decide like what your talent portion was going to be?
Well, actually for me, I got a call the night before and by our coordinator, and she's like, "Oh, we need another talent. Can you do something?" I'm like, "Sure." So me and one of my best friends decided to rap for our talent.
Cool. Okay, that's neat. I know everyone involved got to go to Doernbecher. Why don't a few of you just share a little bit about what that meant? We'll start with you.
Okay, I think Doernbecher was a huge eye-opener for not only the coordinators, but also the boys. They got a chance to see where all of their money was going, and it kind of motivated them to do better, raise more money, focus a little bit more. It was just a really good experience.
Yeah, did it have the same effect on you? I mean,
Yeah.
really give you a purpose?
It really gave everyone a perspective, and when they knew that they were going to be donating to Doernbecher, we knew what it was going towards, but when we went there and we got to see the families and the children, we really just knew that it was a big deal.
What was it for you, like just going into the hospital?
Well, I've been there before for family members, so I'm kind of in the same boat with that. But going there and seeing how the kids are living every day, and it gets to show us where our money's going, and I think it makes for everybody, the contestants.
Did it make fundraising easier?
It didn't make fundraising easier at all, actually. It just kind of showed us where the money's going, and it made everyone feel the impact of what our money is going to. So fundraising kind of got elevated at that point.
Okay, so
It made the drive to fundraise way easier.
right,
Yeah.
right, and I mean, asking for money isn't always the easiest thing. So I'm going to ask the boys, what did you learn from this experience?
Well, I learned that it's actually not that hard to make a difference. People think about it and you talk about it a lot, but going out and doing it, it's kind of hyped up when it really shouldn't be. It's not hard. Anyone can do it, and I think everyone can step up and do something.
Very interesting.
Yeah, same here. Just with a little initiative from doing like a pageant, like something like this, you can go out and make a difference. For me personally, it felt nice to do something that's bigger than myself, do something more than just for myself, and really it was probably the most fulfilling thing in my senior year.
That's great. That's awesome. You guys, thank you so much for being here. We had a chance to speak to Doernbecher about the fundraising pageants, and here's what they had to say.
The fundraisers put on by Columbia River High School and Hudsons Bay High School really mean a lot to Doernbecher. It gives us these critical funds that we can use to further our mission and care for children who wouldn't otherwise be able to receive care. This is not just about the money they raise. This is about developing their personalities and becoming responsible citizens and good people. Both schools are together have raised about $1.3 million for Doernbecher, which is incredible, and they are a huge part of Doernbecher, and we are just so thrilled with their continued commitment to the kids in our area.
If you want to get involved with either Doernbecher or MakeAWish, they can always use the help. For MakeAWish, go to orwish.org, and for Doernbecher, it's www.kmm.doernbecherfoundation.org. To be a truly great swimmer, you have to put in a lot of hard work, hours and hours of practice in the pool. But having good genes doesn't hurt either. In our Snapshot profile, we're getting to know Monica Bottelberghe, a state champion swimmer, and as it turns out, winning runs in the family.
Back and forth, from one end of the pool to the other, over and over again. It's exhausting just to watch. But 6 times a week, it's the routine for Columbia River junior Monica Bottelberghe.
I love swimming, so I've been swimming since I was 6, so it's been a while.
The water comes naturally to Monica, who comes from a family of swimmers. Her dad, Raleigh, was a successful diver. Her mom, Sherry, is a member of the University of North Dakota Swimming Hall of Fame.
And I think that if there's one thing that we brought from our athletic background is not any secret on how to succeed, but we both understand the hard work it takes and the dedication, and that you're making different choices than maybe some of your other friends are making. And usually that pays off in the end.
It paid off for their eldest daughter, Jessica, a 2-time state swim champ at Columbia River High School, who currently competes at Boise State University in 2 sports. Their son, Josh, is a budding swimmer as well.
Our kids started swimming because they had a lot of energy, and we lived in apartments when we first got married, and that's what we did every day to wear them out, was take them swimming, and that's where we're comfortable. So it just kind of, we didn't decide that they were going to be competitive swimmers. It just evolved into that.
Just a junior, Monica has already matched her sister, winning 2 state championships. Although everyone's pretty modest about it.
I don't know. It just happened.
There's no doubt her family is proud of what she's accomplished.
You know, you go to a swim meet and you see 8 competitors all lined up, especially at the championships or at the state level. And each one of them's got their individual story. One person might have had food poisoning the day before, or had the flu, or Jessica struggled with asthma. It's like each one brings so much to the table, and you never know how that race is going to end. And those are the ones I really like to watch, the ones that got everything hanging on.
For Monica, those races usually end with a win. Her success has caught the eye of colleges, and they're not just interested in her athletic prowess. Monica pushes herself in the classroom as well. She's part of Columbia River's International Baccalaureate program and its challenging college prep courses.
It's definitely a big workload. You have to be dedicated and you have to want to do it. But my teachers are definitely, they work with me really well, and they're always there. And swimming is not an excuse to not do something.
Not that this family is the kind to make excuses.
There's a lot of people that will tell you that you can't. And I think we've always tried to tell our kids that they can if they're willing to work for it.
Hard work always pays off. It may not pay off when you want it to, but it will eventually.
And for Monica Bottelberghe, it's paying off now.
Time now for our Snapshot Flashback, a look into the history of Vancouver Public Schools. Today, it's one of the greatest natural disasters in Vancouver's history, the tornado of 1972. On April 5th, a school day just before 1 p.m., a tornado touched down with sustained winds of 80 miles an hour. It leveled Peter S. Ogden Elementary School, injuring 90 students and 3 staff members. Kids were literally blown down the hallways and around the gym after the roof was torn off by wind. Students from nearby Fort Vancouver High School rushed to the scene and helped the wounded. Amazingly, no one at Ogden died, but elsewhere in Vancouver, 6 people weren't so lucky and were killed in the storm. It was the deadliest tornado in the recorded history of the West Coast. Ogden Elementary was later rebuilt. We're just about out of time, but stay tuned immediately after this episode for some highlights from the pageants. And that'll include an incredible original song about Doernbecher, written and performed by a contestant. Thanks for watching Snapshot. I'm Elena Buller.
Before we go into intermission, we would like to welcome Vili Kamatule to the stage to share with us his very special talent as he performs a thank you song written by himself in reflection of his Doernbecher experience.
I wanna thank you all for your help, for the dreams and hopes thank each and one of you for coming out today, for all the love and the things you have to say, the support that you have done for all these little ones. I want to thank you all. I want to thank you all for the things that you have done, for the love that you have shown, all the gifts that came in. It's such a blessing. May God bless you all. May God bless you all. Last month when me and the boys went to the children's hospital, it was one of the best experiences of my life. One that will stick with me. One that I'll never forget. When we went to this hospital, there was this meditation room. And in the meditation room, there was this book. And in the book, families, friends, write prayers, stories, thank yous, sorries. When we went to this, I took a picture of the prayer that I really liked, and I'd like to share with you guys. Our Lord, to hold this giant place of love and healing in your hearts. Carry these hands and families home, Lord. Bring peace and comfort. Bring wisdom and sensitivity to all staff and students. Amen. So for the things that you have done, for the love that you have shown, all the gifts that came in, it's such a blessing.